Starting lineup for Thornlea, number 1, Abalash Surrender. Number 4, Daniel Saki. Number 5, Hakeem Janetto. Number 8, Ben Lee. And number 9, Javante Brown. Thornlea's head coach is Chris Skinner. And starting for your Orangeville Prep Bears, number 3, Keyshawn Saunders. And at number 4, Junior Farquhar. Number 5, Matthew Alexander Maltby.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play tonight for a matchup in the OSBA between Thornlea Secondary and Orangeville Prep. This was originally scheduled to be a doubleheader. The second game, Southwest Academy. It's a snow day down in the London, Ontario area, so this will be the one and only game. Tonight's starter for Thornlea is number 1, Abalash Surrender. Number 4, Daniel Saki. Number 5, Fahim Janetto. Number 8, Ben Lee. And number 9, Javante Brown. On the floor starting for Orangeville is number 3, Keyshawn Saunders. Number 4, Junior Farquhar. Number 5, Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Number 21, Joe Jones. And, of course, number 33, Ignas Brzdikis. Thanks for joining us here on Bears TV. I said I'm Chris McKee, handling the play-by-play tonight. It's my second year doing the play-by-play up here for Orangeville in the Athlete Institute. Farquhar in the corner for Brzdikis. Puts it on the floor, switches to his left hand, swatted away by number 9, Javante Brown. Orangeville resets, shot clock winding down. Keyshawn, air ball from 3. I think after that block, everyone, including myself, caught sleeping a little bit, not realizing that Brzdikis didn't touch the rim on that shot. Brown swatted it away. Good start for Thornlea. Thornlea comes in at 2-4. With Orangeville Prep 6-1 in second place as Saki gets the scoring started with a 3. Saki, everything will be running through him tonight for Thornlea. Farquhar drives, dishes underneath of Joe Jones. Jones off the glass and in. Nice finish from Jones from Daniel Saki. Ben Lee with his first basket of the game. There's Keyshawn for 3, short. Lovely rebound from Moncrief, and there he goes. Puts the putback, and he gets fouled. He'll go to line, try and convert the 3-point play. Our prospect receiving offers. Saki directing traffic. No one in Thornlea moving. You want to see some better movement off the ball. And he is lightning quick. Robertson. Janetto with the shot clock winding down, puts it up with 1 second to go. Missed, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Turnover, Orangeville Prep ball. 11-7 Orangeville leads here in the first quarter. Moncrief inbounds to Barthélemy. Shout out to DJ Phenomenal playing the music in the booth next to me. Check out DJ Phenomenal on Instagram. Moncrief gets his own rebound, puts it back. That's twice he's done that. 13-7, Orangeville leads. He's so long, athletic, Still just a young guy, class of 2020. You can see him growing at least another inch or two. And he's got to fill out a little bit. They're running the floor. Saunders can't get it to go. Joe Jones. And what's the call? 13-7, picked up the first 4 points of the game for Orangeville. So it's a student night here. If you wear your local school team or rep team uniform, they got in for $2 tonight. It's a great deal. And now these young men have just been moved right down to courtside. I know the kids always enjoy it, being moved down into the front. So thanks for tuning into Bears TV. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as check out the Athlete Institute on Instagram and Twitter. You can check me out on Twitter, drop me a line. My Twitter is at Mr. McKee, that's MRMCKEE. Always posting videos and pictures whenever I do the play-by-play or the announcing here at the Athlete Institute. And I also write. Had an article come out yesterday. I had the chance to interview Nate Oates, who's the head coach at the University of Buffalo, just down the road. Interesting story as Robertson drives off the glass and in. Nice basket from Tosh Robertson. I'll have a story coming out this week on Louisiana Tech head coach Eric Conkle. Spoke to him last week. Barthélemy drives, and he's off the glass as well. 15-9. And good hustle. Saki, he's off at Kwa Agwa, just checked in for Thornlea. Barthélemy misses that. Joe Jones cleans up the mess, puts it away. Love seeing that out of Joe. That's where he's going to make his living. Playing well on the defensive end of the floor and then getting those baskets, cleaning things up. Keyshawn Saunders with the ball for Orangeville. Inside to Joe. Joe turns. Can't get that one to go. A little disappointed in himself. Saki drives down the floor. Agwa knocks it back to Saki. Robertson for three. An ugly shot from Robertson. Brzdikis picks up the rebound. So Ignis obviously committed to the University of Michigan. His postseason set. And here he drives, and if you're wondering why he's going to Michigan, there's proof right for you. Drives to the basket, nice finish, Ignis Brzdikis. (19-9) Orangeville leads. Saki's got a wide open look. I want to see him take that. Keep chucking it up. Swatted away by Joe Jones. Jones having himself a night. Keyshawn, clever, through the legs. Can't get it to go. Jones with a nice pushback again. Joe Jones owning the boards here in the first quarter. Foul off the ball. And that's a cheap foul. No need for that. Mass substitutions for Thornlea. Saw number 9, Javante Brown, re-enter the game. As well as Javier Glasgow, number 2, is on now on the floor. And so Moncrief getting called on that pick. It's like a moving screen. He picks up his first. Glasgow. That's Trayvon Blake, number 14. Missed on that effort. Brzdikis driving to the basket, and he's hammered. He'll go to line and shoot 2. As Javante Brown got a piece of him. They called it on number 4. He wasn't even in the play. It should be on 14. They're calling it on Saki, which isn't cool because that'll be his second. And he was nowhere near the play, and that's what Chris Skinning. He's like, he's nowhere near the play. And, you know, Thornlea, that's their best player. You can't get him in foul trouble. Now they finally switched it to Javier Glasgow, and so that it wasn't on Saki. So if you plead your case enough, it can work. Saki drives and has that blocked by Brzdikis. Brzdikis with some nifty dribbling in the corner to Keyshawn Saunders. Keyshawn's been ice cold to start. He's missed 3 or 4 shots already. Keyshawn got to settle down. So the foul off the ball, number 30, Alanis Urbanis. That's his first foul. I didn't even see what was going on. I was looking down the other end of the floor. 58.4 seconds to go. Orangeville Prep comfortably in control in the first quarter, 22-9. Daniel Saki with the ball for Thornlea. Janetto, long three off the back of the rim. Nice rebound from Brzdikis. Brzdikis playing the point right now, pulls up left-handed three-point at 10 off the back of the rim. It's a rebound. That's Tommy Amadou. Well, Tommy normally wears 13. He's got 31 on today. He's a little puzzled for a second there. Thornlea brings the ball. And a nice finish from Trayvon Blake as he muscled that one in. Brzdikis is wide open, held it up. Going to play for that last shot. Barthélemy with the ball. Brzdikis on the baseline. And he's going to get called with palming. Now, that's the one good thing about Brzdikis. Rarely do you see him show his emotions, getting angry. It was a bit of a cheap call. And, I mean, you can see he's annoyed, but isn't losing his cool over the whole situation. It's great to see. Saki going to play for the last shot, pulls up, and Brzdikis blocks that away. Great defense. So you got Brzdikis who goes, 6'7", 6'8". Saki's going like 5'10", so good defensive mismatch for Orangeville. So at the end of the first quarter, Orangeville leads 22-11, comfortably in control. Thanks for tuning in to Bears TV. It's OSBA matchup. As mentioned, I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play tonight. And I'm going to be back here on Saturday. I know it's Virginia Episcopal with Jalen Llewellyn, I believe, is going to be in here Friday night. And then again Saturday. One game is against Athlete Institute, and the next Orangeville Prep. I believe the Friday is the AI game, and then the Saturday afternoon is the Orangeville. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. So I think it's Friday at 7. You can tune back in here, and then Saturday at 4 p.m. I know I'll be here. I'm going to the Raptor game Friday night, so that's why I'm not going to be here, taking on the Brooklyn Nets down at the Air Canada Center. Taking my son down. It's kind of like a little early Christmas present. Go down and watch a little bit of Raptors game. Haven't been down to a game yet this year. I've obviously watched a ton on television, but it'll be my first time heading down to the ACC this year. You can check me out on YouTube as well. I've got a bunch of videos from different guys from Orangeville Prep, Athlete Institute, different highlights and interviews and dunks and a whole bunch of stuff. Just type in Chris McKee on YouTube. Ton of stuff on my YouTube page. Here we are back to the action, start of the second quarter. The Athlete Institute. Orangeville leads 22-11. As Keyshawn, great defense, nice steal, directs traffic, pulls up. He's got Junior Farquhar for 3. Short rebound, Brzdikis is trying to back in. Blake can't get it to go. Joe Jones in there fighting for it, and Jones wisely backs away. Didn't get a call with a foul. Saki drives to the basket. Nice finish, Daniel Saki. in the OSBA, on the OSBA website, team preview, when they're talking about Thornlea, I said Saki could be the fastest guy in the OSBA. And after seeing him here for the first quarter and as well in the warm-ups, I'm starting to believe that. Shamar Rattan-Mays might have a say in that conversation as well. Keyshawn from the corner. Finally, nothing but net. Keyshawn Saunders. 25-13, Orangeville cruising. Ben Lee can't get a handle on that, but he did save it, which wasn't the wise thing because now Orangeville's got number. Keyshawn, what a finish from Keyshawn underneath the basket. Kobe Bryant-esque. Sort of ducked and then pulled that underneath the basket. What a finish from Keyshawn. Foul called on Tommy Ahmed as he hammered Trayvon Blake as he drove to the basket. Ahmed will get a seat on the bench, and Julian Lepp will check in for the first time. Misses the first. Trayvon, class of 2019, hits the second. So Thornlea hanging around, but not showing any signs that they're going to push Orangeville here this afternoon. Brzdikis goes to his right hand, gets his own rebound, has that swatted away by Saki. Saki now sprints up the floor. Dishes inside. Javante Brown couldn't finish. Junior Farquhar with the rebound. Kickball is going to be called on Trayvon Blake. Farquhar tried to bounce past that underneath the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Substitutions. Abalash Sarandran back on the floor for Thornlea, as well as number 5, Fahim Janetto. Farquhar, wide open look. Keyshawn, another three, looks good. And it is nothing but net. Keyshawn Saunders. And Keyshawn came down a little gingerly. I couldn't see whether it was his ankle or foot where he rolled that, but Keyshawn heating up in the second quarter after a slow start. Brzdikis will have a quick breather as Matthew Alexander Moncrief comes back in. I've noticed, they've limited Brzdikis' minutes quite a bit whenever they're comfortably in control. Iggy's postseason is set. He knows where he's going next year. And a lot of these other guys are still fighting for opportunities, and so the coaching staff willing to give it to them. They let Iggy get his numbers, get his shots, and then get a breather, let someone else in there. Sarandran to Blake with a right-handed floater, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line, try and convert the three-point play. Nice finish from Trayvon Blake. Gets the roll, converts the three-point play. 30-19. Thornlea trails by 11 in the second quarter. Trying to go a little press, creates turnover. I think you have to do that against this team. Make these guys make mistakes. Can't just sit back because they'll tear you apart. Shot clock's winding down. Someone's got to take this. Keyshawn, 1 second to go. Off the rim, bad shot. Not really his fault for taking it, though, because the shot clock was winding down. As Moncrief and Farquhar messing around with it way too high up instead of figuring out what they're going to do, attack the basket, make a move. So that press ended up working for Thornlea. They should continue. Try and force some mistakes for the Orangeville players. Daniel Saki, and that is a three. 30-22, lead down to 8. And they're going to continue to press. So they got these really quick, small guards trying to force the Orangeville guards into a turnover. Saunders for 3, keep putting it up. Short. So Keyshawn heated up for a bit. It's back to cold now. See, I don't like that defense there, and that's swatted away. Jones going to get called with a foul. You got a piece of ball, but you also got a piece of Blake. So Joe picks up his second. That'll earn him a quick breather. Ben Lee back onto the floor for Thornlea. Short on the first. Misses them both. Keyshawn comes up with a loose ball. Barthélemy, guarded by Glasgow. Moncrief. Got Urbanus sitting wide open in the corner, as well as Lepp. And Lepp can shoot with just about anybody in this conference. Urbanus drives. Now he's got Lepp wide open. Julian off the back of the rim. But quick release. And more often than not, his will go in. Zaki drives, kicks out to Blake. Blake had the open shot, didn't want it. And now an ugly shot from Javier Glasgow, and that's a push in the back from Sarandran. I believe that is his third. And yeah, he'll go on the bench. Fahim Janetta will come back in for Thornlea. Sean Barthélemy to Moncrief with the Euro step and the dunk. Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Long three from Saki, the response. Saunders, little lost driving towards the basket. Saki, Ben Lee had a look, drives with a floater, and it looks like Barthélemy is going to be called with a foul. No, it's Alanis Urbanus gets called with the foul, and that's his second. Ben Lee will shoot two. So really impressed with what I've seen out of Saki tonight. Kid is lightning quick, creates a lot of space for his teammates, and has hit a couple big threes to keep Thornlea in this game. Lee hits the first. Thornlea's going to compete. They got to hit their free throws. If Orangeville's going to give them opportunities, they have to make the most of it. Because you know that run's coming from Orangeville. Brzdikis back on the floor. Thornlea continues to press. Lepp, Barthélemy, Brzdikis. And then Iggy turns it away. So the press defense is working. It's creating turnovers. You just wonder how long they can keep it up. They got to keep at it at least to the half. They've cut into the lead, 32-27. Saki looking for space. Lee, wide open three, why not? Short, rebound Barthélemy. Lepp, Barthélemy, take the shot, son. You've had about 10 of them. Brzdikis with the rebound. He backs down Lee. Easy basket for Ignas Brzdikis. Although I don't like Brzdikis getting back on D that slow. I want to see him hustle a little bit harder. Saki. Janetto. Will be a long two. Doesn't go. Moncrief knocked that one out of bounds. Going to be Thornlea ball. Orangeville coach Nathan Johnson over there pleading with Vince Bull, the ref. I always love that name, Vince Bull. So there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Charge to Thornlea, with Orangeville leading 34-27, 3:41 to go in the half. Thanks for joining us here on Bears TV. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play. Don't forget to subscribe to Bears TV. Stay up to date on all things Athlete Institute and Orangeville Prep. So there we go. We've got the correction. Our announcer here just corrected me. So Orangeville will play in Virginia Episcopal Friday night, and Athlete Institute will be playing them Saturday afternoon. So I will be doing, Ryan Greco will be up here doing the Friday night game, and I'll be here Saturday. I'm not sure if Ryan will be joining me on Saturday or not. Either way, I'll be here with the call. Good to be here, calling some of the best athletes, the high school level in the country. Had the pleasure of doing Durham College play-by-play for 2 years, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's volleyball. And I also am currently the announcer for Queen's University. I do the men's and women's volleyball up there. All the youth sports are on exam break right now. Ben Lee from the corner misses Moncrief with the rebound. So we'll be back up to Kingston doing any volleyball games until January 21st, I believe. But great atmosphere up at Queen's University as Brzdikis is fouled. And I know their women's basketball team is nationally ranked top 10. I'm not sure. I know their men's team's having a decent year, but not quite as heralded as the women's program at Queen's. I tell you, you got to be smart to get into that school, though. Brzdikis hits his first. Hush over Saki. Playing the point for Thornlea. Looking for space. Lee, wide open look. Kicks out. Javier Glasgow. Back into Lee on the baseline. And Lee, the ball rolling around the rim, drops in for him. Lead at 7. As Urbanus couldn't handle that under the basket. And Saki to Glasgow. And he wildly throws that up. Great vision. Brzdikis. Here's Saunders. Keyshawn Saunders with the flush. Keyshawn had a bit of an up and down game today. Started off cold, then got red hot. Now seems to have leveled out, making some plays. Now the one thing is, when you're having a challenging night as Brzdikis, Urbanus picks up Brzdikis' rebound, puts that one away. When you're having, a slow start offensively, you got to try and make a play on a defensive end, get back and hustle, make a steal, make a block. Glasgow. In and out, Trayvon Blake. 2 minutes to go in the half. Orangeville up by 11. Lead was chopped down to about 6 or 7. Reopened it again. Thornlea gotten away from that press defense. Sticking with the zone. Moncrief drives. Has that stolen. He's got to play a little bit headier than that. There's 2. He had Keyshawn with support over top. And Saki, they got him listed at 5'10", maybe 5'9". Got to be a little bit more aware of the situation. And again, mentioned earlier that Thornlea has to take advantage of these free throw opportunities. Hits them both, lead down to 10. Can't get it to go. Urbanus with the rebound. Saunders leads the charge for Orangeville. Wide open look for Keyshawn. Nothing but net. Keyshawn Saunders. Feeling it. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Glasgow in and out. Can't get that to go. Daniel Saki breaking ankles out there. Heat check. Way too short. I thought Saunders might have been touched there. No foul called. Saki. Janetto off the glass. Nice finish. Good ball movement from Thornlea. Lead at 9. Brzdikis accelerates, pulls up. Nothing but net. Ignas Brzdikis. It's too easy for him. And that's great vision from Saki. What Agua complaining about it, it was where it was supposed to be. He's got to make that play. Tosh Robertson back on the floor. Tosh was the younger brother of Cassius Robertson, who is a graduate transfer, now playing for Mizzou, University of Missouri. After playing a couple years at Canisius down in the western New York area. He's graduated, so he's able to able to transfer without sitting out a year, and was one of the hottest commodities on the market. Barthélemy slashes to the basket. Can't get that to go. You know, here you got a guy, Cassius was a guy averaging 16, 17 points a game in the MAC. Or so he's in the MAC. The MEC. I'm thinking MAC because I talked to the Buffalo head coach the other day. But now playing SEC basketball. Some of the biggest teams in the country in that conference. So Saunders drives with 4 seconds to go. Lovely finger roll from Keyshawn Saunders. Time expires. Actually not a bad effort from Javier Glasgow. So at the half, Orangeville Prep comfortably in control, 47-32. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for listening. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Start of the second half. This OSBA matchup between your 6-1 Orangeville Prep Bears and your 2-4 Thornlea secondary. Orangeville comfortably in control in the first, and he's done a good job of getting those baskets. So I just got an email, came across, and MLSE, which owns the Raptors, has just bought the Toronto Argonauts. So hopefully there may be some life still in the CFL in Canada, especially in Toronto, with that kind of money behind it. Everyone knows the money that the Leafs and the Raptors have. And now, of course, Toronto FC just winning the MLS championships on the weekend. Lee from the corner, short. Rebound, Joe Jones. Nice pass up to Brzdikis. Brzdikis, lovely finish. Saki just explodes down the floor. A nice finish. Dude can fly. Brzdikis down the other end. Short. Jones couldn't get a handle on it. Knocks it out of bounds. Going to be Thornlea ball. So some positive news for the Brzdikis. And Saki saying, I try to get the ball, but he's going to get called. That's his second foul. I agree with that one. Good call by the ref. Farquhar will inbound the ball. Junior just made his return here last week. Had a knee operation that kept him out for the better part of the year, and he's just playing himself back into shape. Moncrief stepped out of bounds. Good call by the ref. I could see that from up here. I'm going to inbound. So Saki looking for space, guarded by Moncrief. Saunders gets a hand on him, but Daniel Saki with another three. The thing with Saki, he's 5'10". If he's 6'3", he's playing at a Power 5 school next year. But the 5'10", and here he is, he's just going to explode down past Farquhar. And Junior's one of the fastest guys in the league. He just blew right by him. Lovely finish, Abalash Saranjaran. Good hustle following up Saki's miss. Farquhar underneath to Jones. Joe Jones with the throwdown. He'll go to the line and try and convert the three-point play. It's been working really well for Orangeville to feed it underneath to Jones. Thornlea has some big guys, but, you just mentioned young guys like Javonte Brown. He's got the height, but, Joe's physically so much more imposing and stronger than him. He's going to win that matchup every time. I'd like to see the Bears. Janetto. Brown up to Saki. Saki. Janetto for three. Nothing but net. Fahim Janetto. Nice stroke from him. Fahim 6'8". Class of 2018. Farquhar underneath to Jones. Jones switches to his left hand. Kiss off the glass. Nice finish from Joe Jones. Joe having himself a night. Good ball moving from Thornlea. Ben Lee got a little too cute with it there, but Jones kicks that out of bounds. It's going to be Thornlea ball. The trail by 11, 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Thanks for tuning in to Bears TV. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Athlete Institute on Instagram and Twitter. There's a warning. I think that's on the coaching staff. Referee not having it. Ben Lee, he drives in, and there's a foul called before that. I don't think the basket's going to count. So that's on Brzdikis. That's his first, I believe. And yeah, it's not a shooting foul before. So Saki will inbound. He drives. And it looks like Janetto off the glass. It is Fahim Janetto. Keyshawn Saunders. Underneath to Jones, and again, oh! Joe Jones almost broke the rim. That would have took the house down. Moncrief will try it. Brzdeikis, and that's going to be, see, Iggy's got to learn to jump into that kid because he would have put himself on the free throw line. Is he going to get 3? No, it's just an inbound. So when that kid's in the air, you see guys in the NBA will then jump into that player. And Brzdeikis, a lovely finish. Nice set play. But, I mean, Iggy's as crafty as they come. Just little few things like that you got to learn to add to the game. Saki for long 3, nothing but net. Daniel Saki shooting the lights out. Farquhar. Saki reminds me a lot of Jordan Henry, who I believe was at Thornlea last year. He's playing in U Sports now. Fahim Janetto short, and Moncrief knocks that out of bounds. Moncrief's, some of the times, that's like the second or third time he's knocked the ball out on a rebound because he's trying to make this big Patrick Ewing-esque catch and ball slap instead of just grabbing the ball. He's trying to make that highlight reel rebound. And Daniel Saki, he's made my highlight reel tonight. 3 after 3 after 3. He's got the lead down to 5, 57-52. Nate Johnson wants to talk about it. Someone's got to guard Saki. I'd like to see Keyshawn, because he's fast enough to hang with Saki, and he's also obviously a lot longer than him. He's giving him way too much space. He's got to play him a little tighter, get a hand in his face, and maybe burn a few fouls on him. Why not? Cardi B. I know this tune was nominated for a Grammy. One of the big success stories in music this year, from exotic dancer to Grammy-nominated rapper. Life can change over the course of a year. One of my favorite things I saw about this video online, I think Cardi's from the Philly area, and they were playing this during the pregame, one of the Philadelphia Eagles game, and it's like LeGarrette Blount from the Eagles and 3 or 4 other guys all like dancing crazy to this tune, like going in it, and Cardi B tweeted out her thanks for the Eagles guys for jamming to her tune pregame. Definitely a lot harder for female rappers to break into the game. And Cardi B done a great job of that this year. Junior Farquhar, Ignas Brzdeikis, Joe Jones, Matthew Alexander, Moncrief, and Keyshawn Saunders on the floor for Orangeville Prep. Shot clock getting down, and that's going to be a turnover. And Saunders was going to be over and back. It would have been a shot clock violation anyway. And so Wisely just knocks that out of bounds, gives the Bears an opportunity to get back on defense. Saki, he's had the hot hand. You want to see him maybe try it again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Brzdeikis knocked that ball out of bounds. It's going to be Thornlea ball underneath the basket, trailing by 5. 4:52 to go in the third quarter. It's been a good game so far. It started out, looked like it was going to get a little bit of a blowout early. Ben Lee, lovely move in the post. Saunders for 3, short. Brzdeikis underneath the basket, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Brzdeikis in there using his muscle. You know, I watched a bit of the Michigan-UCLA game on the weekend, and, I mean, if he wouldn't start, he's definitely going to be getting a ton of minutes if he was there this year. Definitely going to be a big piece to the Michigan Wolverines, trying to return to dominance in the Big Ten. You know, going back to the early 90s with the Fab Five, and then even in the later 90s with guys like Robert Tractor Trailer. They had a good run, I want to say, 2013-14 with Hardaway Jr., Nick Stauskas. It's been a couple of years, and there's Brzdikis getting it done on the defensive end. Saves that, and then some clever dribbling to keep it alive. Drives to the basket, he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot another two. Well, Michigan State and Wisconsin have obviously been the class of the Big Ten over the past few years. Tom Izzo always in contention. I know Michigan State has been ranked in the top 5 for most of this year. It's them both. 61-54 substitutions. Farquhar takes a breather, and Sean Barthélemy back on the floor for Orangeville. Daniel Sacchi has been a one-man show for Thornlea. Short on that one. Trayvon Blake couldn't get the rebound. Keyshawn Saunders comes away with it. So Brzdikis got to recognize he's got, Brzdikis 6'8", he's got a 5'10" guy defending him. Take this shot over top of him. Excuse me. Saunders drives, and he's fouled. Looks like it might be on Ben Lee, number 8. No, it was on number 5, Fahim Janetto. I believe that might only be his first. Oh, no, he was on Ben Lee. Sorry. An announcer called it for him. Saunders misses the first. Hits the second. Substitution is Javonte Brown back onto the floor. Ben Lee will take a breather. Brown will inbound. Sacchi. Guarded by Moncrief. He's too long. There's no way Sacchi's going to take that three. Sacchi, went 2 underneath the basket. And possession arrow. It favors Orangeville. Oh, no, sorry, favors Thornlea. Forgive me. Timeout on the floor. Thornlea wants to talk about it. So they got to get someone to wake up this crowd here. A little bit of a quiet crowd at the Athlete Institute tonight. I think usually when it's a doubleheader, a little bit livelier because there's usually both teams in here and then some of their family members hanging out during that first game. So by the second half, it's quite full. It was minus 15 in downtown Toronto today, and usually up here in the Orangeville area, it is significantly colder. So I got to imagine right now it's somewhere around the minus 18 to 20 degrees. Welcome to Canada, folks. Mention I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play tonight. You could check me out on Twitter at Mr. McKee. That's MRMCKEE. And also Instagram once in a while. More of a Twitter dude, but I am on Instagram. It's Mr. McKee CM. You just type in Chris McKee. Besides doing this, writing for SB Nation, a couple different sites about college basketball, also work for Golf Talk Canada. It's a golf show on TSN, a TV show, and a radio show every Saturday morning, TSN 1050 AM, as well as in Hamilton, TSN 1150. Check us out. Barthélemy. He was trying to direct Brzdikis for that alley-oop. Shot clock down to 5. Brzdikis, Barthélemy Long three, way short, air ball. 1 second left on the shot clock, or are they going to call it? That's it, yeah. Might as well. I want to see Bartholomew get a bit more aggressive with his shot selection. He's always constantly looking to give it up. Now, I understand when you got Brzdikis and Keyshawn Saunders out there, but at some point, he's got to do it. And there's subs by the league. Saki just blew by him, but Keyshawn, wisely enough, turned around and smacked the ball away. Thornlea will inbound. No foul called there. He just got all ball, so good D from Keyshawn. Saunders just elbowed Saki in the face. Saunders elbowed Saki in the face, and then Saki pushed him back. The two of them getting really physical. But they called a foul on Brzdikis off the ball. It's only his second. Lots of fouls to give. Things get a little chippier here in the second half. Brown can't get it to go. He's still fighting for it. Blake, lovely windmill reverse lay-in. Trayvon Blake, nice basket. A boogie with the hoodie. I'm drowning. Moncrief drives. Javier Glasgow to Saki. And now him and Saunders got a battle going on, but Saki drains it. This guy's a player. Bartholomew, short. Javonte Brown comes down with it. Gets it to Glasgow. And Saki just exploding off the glass. Wow. He's cut the lead down to 2, 62-60. Daniel Saki. Now he's trying to get his bench up. Brzdikis, can he respond? Can't get it to go. And Thornlea could tie the basketball game. Saki, heat check, short. Rebound, Joe Jones. Why not? With the way he's playing, he's deserved the opportunity to take that shot. Saunders will drive. And off the glass, nice finish for Keyshawn. Lovely outlet. And Trayvon Blake with the dunk. Great vision from Saki. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. We got a ball game, folks. And Saunders, it looks like Blake's going to get called with a foul as he shouldered Keyshawn in the face. So Nathan Johnson pleading his case with the ref. Saunders will shoot two. Keyshawn out of Brampton, just down the street. He's got a bunch of offers from some mid-major programs. But some other bigger schools starting to catch wind of him. Either way, I think he's well-deserving playing at least a high mid-major school next year, if not a Power 5 team. Missed the three, and that's going to be a foul in the back on Javonte Brown. Young guy over the top. 66-62 lead at 4. 39.6 to go. Kwa Agua back on the floor for Thornlea as Moncrief will shoot a free throw. Moncrief hits the first. Moncrief, one of many guys on the floor of the CIA bounce AAU program, hits them both. And this guy is just rising up everybody's recruiting board. Very quiet. Last year, not a lot of schools knew about him, and all of a sudden, he's getting offers from the biggest of biggest schools, and everyone and their mother's up in this gym checking him out. Long, athletic, good speed, great athleticism. got to fill out a little bit. Brzdickas thought about the long three. And again, why not? Like I said, he's guarded by that 5'10 Saki. Shoot over top of him. Barthélemy, Moncrief, out of bounds. Orangeville messing around with it way too much. You know, Brzdickas has got literally 9 or 10 inches on Saki. Take the shot. We'll see him be a bit more aggressive. 2 seconds left. Turnover, and that'll be out of bounds. Saunders did a good job there. So at the end of the third quarter, Thornlea pulled their way back into the game. They now only trail 68-62. So I got to do, for years I've always wanted to try the half-court shot when I was doing other college games and high school games and that, but today I got out there and did the half-court shot, trying to get a free dinner from Soul Live Restaurant just down the street in Orangeville. Good Caribbean food, so I thought I'll take a free meal. So I went out and tried the half-court shot, and I was admirable. I hit the backboard like in the white, so I gave it a good go, but still not good enough. I was chatting with DJ Phenomenal during the halftime next to me. See her playing all the music, and I was like, just thank God it wasn't, you know, if I missed one of those half-court shots for like 10 grand or 50 grand, I'd be hitting myself. I wouldn't have minded the free dinner at Soul Live, but it wasn't going to change my life like 50 grand would. Getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter, and I'll be honest, folks, I thought this game would be well done and in the bag by the end of the first quarter for Orangeville, but Thornlea, led by Daniel Saki, who's just absolutely shot the lights out, dominated. He's been the best player on the floor this afternoon to this evening. And we got a game. 6-point game. Brzdickas. Joe Jones with the put back, and that's worked all afternoon. You know, anytime they've gotten away from it, things have gone Thornlea's way. They need to get back to feeding the big man underneath the basket. Thornlea doesn't have anyone that can hang with him. Agua couldn't get that one to go. Saunders picks up that loose ball. Lovely dish inside to Moncrief. Nice kiss off the glass with the finish. Lead back up to 10. It was down to 2 just a minute ago. Orangeville, you know, they have that second gear. They've been able to turn it up when needed. Janetto for 3, air ball. Poor shot. Joe Jones had a hand in his face. Matthew Alexander Moncrief will inbound. Sean Barthélemy. There's, of course, Keyshawn Barthélemy that plays for Athlete Institute. If you haven't checked out his dunk from last week, go to the OSBA page or into the Athlete Institute social media and check out the dunk, probably the dunk of the year so far. And there's Sean Barthélemy for 3. Finally, Orangeville open up a little bit of space. Saki. Great D from Saunders. Knocked out of bounds. And I thought that should have been Thornlea ball, but it was called in favor of Orangeville. See Chris Skinner, the Thornlea coach, pleading his case, saying it's not our ball, and he's on the other side of it. I had a better look at it and thought he was right, but is what it is. Brzdickas slashes through the key, finish off the glass. Sarandran swatted away by Joe Jones. Joe getting called. Joe not happy with the call. He thought he had ball, and he got a lot of ball, but I heard a little bit of a slap. So that's one of those, I think later in the game maybe he gets that call, but right now trying to get, you know, allow Thornlea to creep back in, they're going to get that call. Abalash Surendran hits the first. 6'6", class of 2020, excuse me. So Thornlea hits them both. Thornlea, they lost 7 players last year. A couple guys down in junior college, a couple guys at U Sports, Western, and then Scott Hitchens down at Canisius. It's down the road. Joe Jones again. Jones still in there fighting for it, comes up with a loose ball. Saunders, long three, nothing but net. Keyshawn Saunders. Blake can't get that one to go, but he gets his putback. Good hustle. Trayvon Blake. He's had himself a nice night, too. Brzdikis, and that's got to be a foul on Blake. He just put his shoulder down. And I love how you could see clearly what he was trying to do. He was trying to get physical with Brzdikis, use up a foul on him because it's not a shooting foul. And gives an Academy Award-winning performance. Keyshawn from way downtown, but short. Nice vision, Surendran running the floor and then throws the ball off his foot. And so just when you thought Thornlea was creeping back in, Orangeville took control of the game. Timeout on the floor. So I'll echo what the announcer's saying over here. Friday night, Orangeville Prep against Virginia Episcopal. And as well, Saturday afternoon, Athlete Institute at 4 p.m. against Virginia Episcopal. Jalen Llewellyn, who was up here, I guess, a year or two ago, now down in Virginia. Heck of a player. Saw him play at the BioSteel game. And he has committed to play for Princeton University in the Ivy League, which I love. And I was chatting with Mark Peterson, who works here, Athlete Institute, for the game. And I said, you know, I would love to see more of these young guys parlay basketball into an Ivy League education. I know Aaron Ray, who was here last year, is down at Dartmouth now. It's just, I had the chance to speak with James Jones, who's the head coach at Yale University, obviously one of the most prestigious universities in all the United States. How many presidents? I know both Bush presidents went to Yale, a couple others. And, you know, the one thing James talked about, he says, you know, we don't really sell the next 4 years of their life. What I'm selling is the next 40 years of their life when they have an Ivy League education from Yale. Brzdikis gets the roll. Nice finish. And I'd like to see some more young men take advantage of that Ivy League education. Saki. Can't get the roll. Rebound Moncrief. Moncrief got smacked in the hand. Could have been a foul on Glasgow. And now finally, the Thornlea coach just got teed up. Which I don't like this. You know, I saw this a few weeks ago with Henry Carr, I believe. And they're hanging around, they're battling, the kids are what they're playing, and then, you know, coaches on the side screaming and complaining, taking all the momentum away from them, and it ends up hurting the team. Iggy hits that one. You know, if you ask your players to maintain discipline and focus, I think that too should be expected of the coaching staff. Saunders and him and Brzdikis were looking to make the TSN Sports Center top 10, but they missed there. But Orlanis with the putback. I like that. Orlanis, he's too busy enjoying his basket, and Saunders literally grabbed him by the shirt and threw him towards his man as Saki hits another three. It's been all Saki for Thornlea. Saunders, wide open look, take it. Nothing but net, Keyshawn Saunders. So after a slow start, Keyshawn settled down and had himself a nice afternoon. Glasgow, shot clock at 10. Saki directing traffic. And Surendran, he's had several chief fouls that he didn't need to do, and I believe that's his 4th right now. That'll earn him a seat. If you're going to take fouls, make sure it's worth the while. Sean Barthélemy. Sean out of Montreal. Played at Brockwood Elite before coming here. It's a 2018. Brzdikis for 3. Too strong. Rebound Glasgow. Saki again for Thornlea. Floater, can't get it to go. Joe Jones tipped that to Brzdikis, Orangeville ball. Brzdikis, and he's fouled by Ben Lee. That's a good hard foul, appreciate that. So Lee, that's his 2nd, maybe his 3rd. But he needs a breather, and Tosh Robertson will come back onto the floor. Brzdikis will shoot 2. You know, Brzdikis had offers from Vanderbilt as well as a host of other schools. And then you see that, you know, fellow Canadian Simi Chatou just committed to play for Vanderbilt. You wonder what could have been with Brzdikis and Chatou playing together. 2 Canadians. Vanderbilt, again, another prestigious school as far as education goes. It's always been a good basketball program, but not a great one. And great save from Julian Lepp. Brzdikis almost threw that away. It was nice to see, and there's Julian Lepp, nothing but net. One of the sweetest strokes in the OSBA. Julian Lepp. Nice to see a guy like Chatou picking a school like Vandy. Glasgow. Daniel Saki again. 3 after 3 after 3. That's gotta be somewhere in the 10 range for him. I don't have stats in front of me. Barthélemy, nothing but net. Sean Barthélemy. Barthélemy responds to Saki's 3. Swatted away by Joe Jones. And here's a highlight real time. Ignas Brzdikis. He just went lay-in too easy. Now the wheels finally starting to fall off here for Thornlea as Orangeville starting to pull away with 3:49 to go. 97-72. 15-point lead. Well, thanks for tuning in if you're out there watching in YouTube land. Don't forget to subscribe to Bears TV as well as follow the Athlete Institute on Instagram and Twitter. I'll be posting some pics and hopefully some videos later on. So don't forget, check me out on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Written a couple articles in the past week. Mentioned earlier, spoke with Nate Oates at Buffalo. I spoke with Reggie Theus, former NBA player and TV personality. He's a head state at Cal State Northridge. Spoke with Dan Marley, Phoenix Suns legend, is now the head coach at Grand Canyon University down in Phoenix. They've got something really cool going on down there. One of the liveliest student sections in all of the NCAA. They just added 5,000 seats to their arena, and they're still selling them out. I didn't see who the foul was on. So we're seeing for the first time tonight, Savion Brown, number 0. It was Javante Brown with a nice sky hookish off the glass. Tell you, man, that Kareem sky hook is a lost art. Not too many guys in the league that can do that anymore. Julian Lett, wide open 3. And it looks like Saki's going to be called with a foul. No, that's a foul on Joe Jones. Weird. That's Jones's 3rd. And we're seeing for the first time Anyang Madu, 7'1", out of South Sudan. Big man, great athlete. Good feet for a guy that big. Just got to work on the hands a little bit. There he is underneath the basket. He didn't have to jump to get that rebound. Just got to work to improve his hands on the offensive side of the game. Anyang, class of 2020, young guy, so lots of time to work on his game. Saki for 3, why not? It's worked all night for him, still working. 3 after 3, unbelievable. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Jones drives, has that knocked away. Left spots up, quick 3. Can't get it to go. Great save by Joe Jones. There he is underneath the basket. Jones is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Joe hustling tonight. Joe's had himself a great game. Worked his butt off tonight. Did all the little things. Thornlea. Jones will shoot 2. You know, when I spoke to Joe a couple weeks ago, he told me he's got offers from Canisius, Niagara, St. Bonaventure's, Kent State, UMass. Pretty good mid-major programs. Joe from the Buffalo area. A lot of those schools familiar with him from last year playing down there. I always find that interesting. You know, that's how much basketball has changed in Canada. Here we have a guy from Buffalo coming to Canada to improve his chances of getting a scholarship in the United States. 20 years ago, it's just unthinkable. Saw that last year even with Howard Washington. You know, Howard, also another Buffalo guy, came up here, played at the Athlete Institute, and earned himself an opportunity to play for Syracuse. Saki misses that one. And it looks like William DeHeer, number 22, is going to be called with that foul. Yep, pushing the back. And Robertson will shoot 2. Mentioned earlier, obviously, Tosh, the younger brother of Cassius, now playing for the Mizzou Tigers. Short on that. Foul. Urbanus called with another foul. It's his 3rd. And Tommy Ahmed looks like he's going to come back in a moment, probably for Urbanus. See Nate Johnson screaming, even though his team's got a 20-point lead with a minute and a half to go. screaming at his guys to box out. Never stop coaching. There he is. He's giving that lesson to Urbanus right now. Savion Brown hits his free throw. What's the call here? I think that might be a score. Maybe the shot clock wasn't going. I don't know. I missed that. There was no foul in the play. Madu, turnaround jump shot. Misses. Nice stroke from him, though. I'd like to see him take that as well. Get out there, take some shots. Why not? So now we're seeing Reese Anstis, number 13 for the first time today for Thornlea. Agua misses that. Barthélemy, minute to go. They're up by 18. That's not going to call. Sorry, that's not going to count, excuse me. Let's see what the call is. It's like a blocking foul. Well, they're calling number 0, Ja'Cory Hunt, which it isn't. It's Savion Brown. It is number 0. But I thankfully spoke with the coach before the game. He let me know that number 0 is Savion Brown. Barthélemy gets Orangeville over the 100-point mark. Those were Raptor games back in the day where you get free pizza slice. They scored 100 points. Always love seeing the ACC crowd cheering them on late in the game, looking for garbage points just because everyone wanted that free pizza slice. It's Tosh Robertson with a nice jumper. Barthélemy winding it down to here. Outside to Lepp. In and out. No luck for Julian. That's not going to stop him from shooting, though. Anstis misses. Rebound Tommy Ahmed. They're saying no shot. Nate Johnson didn't, but Tommy wanted a basket as he finishes there. And so that should do it as Robertson puts it up, misses. So Thornlea with a good effort, but they lose 103-82, and Nate Johnson, even at the end of the game, is giving Tommy Ahmed trouble. Didn't want him running up the score. Either way, thanks for joining us. Orangeville Prep with an easy 103-82 victory. I shouldn't say easy. They made it look easy in the fourth quarter. Big night for Daniel Sacchi. What a player. Unbelievable. Well, Keyshawn Saunders had a nice night. Joe Jones had himself a great night. And Brzdikis, his usual impressive self. Thanks for listening. I'm Chris McKee. Don't forget, on Friday night, as Orangeville Prep will take on Virginia Episcopal. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for listening.